Before you panic, try this biblical cheat code. So Josaphat was honestly clueless. No master plan, no political connections, no I know a guy on speed dial. In fact, if this was today, people would say this guy is not strategic at all. He doesn't have sense. How can you face this kind of problem without backup? That's nonsense, okay? But here's the twist. He may not have known what to do, but he knew to run to. And that's very key. And that response is the biggest lesson for us all. So when Jehoshaphat realized he was outnumbered and over his head, he didn't pretend to be smart. He didn't form alliances. He didn't panic. He sought the Lord. Sometimes the miracle is not in being brilliant, truthfully, or connected or prepared. It's in responding right. Okay? You don't have to know the solution. You just need to know the source. Life is basically a group chat you never asked to join, full of drama, surprises, and that one problem that shows up uninvited, like, God, is this a test or a group project? Like, please. People disappoint you, plans scatter, and sometimes you look at your situation and say, God, this one is above my pay grade. Even King Jehoshaphat in 2 Corinthians 20 looked around and realized, he's like, nah, I'm seriously outnumbered. But instead of panicking, he followed the divine problem-solving formula that we can borrow. So number one, you remember that God is interested in your problem. So Jehoshaphat didn't say, let me pretend everything is fine. No, he called a fast. Jehoshaphat knew heaven wasn't on do not disturb. So his first move was to call a fast, basically saying, Lord, this one is above my salary. You know, your problems are not too small or too messy for God's attention. That's very key. Number two, remember that God is greater than your problem. The enemies were many, but God was still God. Sometimes our problems walk in like bodybuilders, but God walks in like the owner of the gym. So no matter how loud the problem is gymming, God's power is louder. Okay? So number three, your first response should be to seek the Lord. So notice Jehoshaphat didn't start with panic posts or emergency gossip. He sought God first. So before calling everybody, before overthinking, before stress eating, before that extra changing, okay, seek God. Problems are guaranteed in life, but panic is optional. So when prayer is your first strategy, you can be clueless and still be covered. You can be lost and still be led. You can be overwhelmed and still victorious. It's your first response. And that first response is God. Think about it.